DropMock friends, happy Tuesday. I hope all of you had a great Labor Day weekend. Actually, that might just be an American holiday now that I think about it. But all of you Americans, I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. It was so much fun. We had a barbecue over at Jamie's house yesterday, and so that was a lot of fun. I always want to call him Papa O here, but he is Jamie on DropMock. As you can tell by the live stream title, I wanted to come on here and talk about creating consistent content and then share a really helpful tip on how you can land some clients via social media. So this is going to be a really fun live stream. I'm going to give people a couple of minutes to hop on here. As you're coming on, let me see your name and where you're from in the comments. Leave me a 777 so I can see who's tuning in. I have some very exciting news I have to share with you before we get started. You can see there's a very different background behind me than when I usually do live streams, and that's because my birthday was on Sunday, and some very special people in my life made it possible for me to get literally my dream computer ever. And so now I get to work from my own house, which is so super exciting since I have this computer. So this is my house that you see in the background. So that's where I'm tuning in from, using my new computer today. I absolutely love it. All right, let's go on ahead and start talking about creating consistent content, and I'm going to share a very helpful tip to help you land some clients on social media. So I was thinking about just content creation over this past weekend because most of you know that my Bloom Project workshop happened on Saturday, and I'll share more about that when I feel ready to. Still trying to process the event. A lot of things happened, but then my birthday was also on Sunday, and so for the past 2 weeks, I'm going to say, hi, Kenny, thanks for joining. Your last name is Greene? Oh my gosh, that is so cool. My last name is Greene too. Greene with an E. That is super cool. Hi, Kenny. So for the past kind of like 2 weeks, when it comes to my coaching business, I haven't been creating as much consistent content. And when I looked on my analytics, which, you know, on Instagram, on Facebook, your business page, you can go and look at your insights and your analytics. I realized how valuable it is when you create consistent content, because when you aren't posting on a schedule, when you aren't staying on top of your content creation, your analytics and insights start to decrease. And I noticed when I checked it yesterday on Labor Day that because over the last 2 weeks, you know, naturally I've been focused on my big event because I wasn't writing my blog post on Monday, then IGTV on Tuesday, then my blog post and my podcast. Because I wasn't staying on top of these things, I did see a decline in my insights and analytics over the past couple of weeks. And so obviously this week it's all about me kicking it into high gear again, rocking and rolling on cranking out some content for my social media. And I wanted to share this with you simply because it does happen. And I mean, of course, there are going to be seasons and periods throughout your business and throughout your life where certain other things need your attention and you have to focus on those things most. So if you're planning an event, obviously for several weeks, you're going to be super focused and intentional with making that event a success. And so certain things will be put to the back burner. But I wanted to share this with you simply because it's a thing that actually happens where if you aren't being consistent on social media, you will see a decline in your followers or your engagement, just all of those little things that are easily overlooked. It really does make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. When you aren't being consistent over a long period of time, you will notice that there is a decline on social media. That's just something I wanted to share with you because it is important that we're creating consistent content. And, you know, I've told you guys time and time again that some of my best tips on creating consistent content is having a strategy, a game plan of like what you're going to be doing each week, mapping out an actual plan of on Mondays, I'm going to create videos. On Tuesdays, I'm going to go live. Wednesdays, I'm going to have a blog post. Thursdays, I'll have the podcast. And then sticking to that and remaining intentional and consistent, committed even to following that schedule to a T, because that is how you're going to get yourself results on social media. I found a quote just here on Google, and it was talking about how when you want to create killer content for social media, there's the 3 C's. And the 3 C's is your content needs to be clear, compelling, and concise, but also consistent. So there's really 4 C's of you want your content to be clear, you want your content to be compelling and concise, so you want it to be, you know, top-notch type of content that you're producing, but it also needs to be consistent. So if you can remember those 4 C's of clear, compelling, concise, and consistent content, you're well on your way to success. So I just wanted to share that with you to kickstart this live stream. But now I really want to share with you a helpful tip to land some clients on social media, because this is something that I have been practicing. I always practice what I preach before I share it with you guys. And this is something where I actually shared it with one of my coaching clients this week. She turned around and actually went out and did it, and she saw results for herself as well. So I decided, why not go on ahead and tell my DropMock friends a little helpful tip to land clients. So specifically, if you run a service-based business, maybe you coach entrepreneurs, or you offer some type of business service, whatever you do, if it's service related and you're looking for clients, people you can coach and walk them through certain strategies, solutions, any of those things, courses, this is a helpful tip for you. Maybe it could work if you have a product too. I just personally have never done it with a product, only a service. So what you need to do, if you want to land some new clients, there are 2 things you have to do. You have to use the 10X rule, and you have to create some scripts. And if you can do those 2 things, you're going to be A-okay. So what you need to do is set aside 15 to 30 minutes a day, okay, to practice this, to land some clients. And I think that's enough time to do this. So about 30 minutes, just block off some time in the afternoon, maybe when you need a little break from your computer work, that way you can pull out your phone. And here's what you need to do. First, you need to go on ahead and write some scripts. These scripts are messages that you are going to send direct messages on social media with. And so it could be a script like, hey, insert name, I recently checked out your profile, love what you're doing. You start with that. And then you would go into a pitch of what you're going to ask of them, or what you're pitching to that other person. And you create 3 to 5 of these scripts. They're called pitch scripts. At least that's what I call them. And so you write out 3 to 5 pitch scripts that you're just going to have on your phone. You're going to have them written down on a piece of paper that you can pull them out during your 30 minutes every couple of days. And so you have this pitch script, and then all you have to do, especially if it's on your phone, is copy your pitch script and then paste it into a direct message to potential clients, but make it personable. Let me rewind because I feel like I'm rambling and we have some new friends coming on. So if you want to land a new client on social media, direct messaging is the way to go. We're going to send potential clients direct messages based on some scripts that we have written. And these are scripts that we just have kind of on hand, whether it's on a piece of paper, it's on a Google Doc, or it's on our phone. That way it's super easy for us, just a short amount of time each day, to copy and paste these scripts, okay? The script could go something like this. Hey, insert name, I love what you're doing on social media. Here's why. Make it very personable to who you're reaching out to. So maybe I reached out to this fitness woman earlier. She does fitness coaching for women. And I said, hey, Caitlin, I love what you're doing and sharing your journey with other women and hoping to inspire them. I made it really personable to her name. I had her name in the script, but then I also added who she is and what she does. And then I continued with my pitch. I think you would be a great client to do my new mindset course. Here's a little bit about it. Would you want to schedule a time for next week? And a lot of people are very intimidated by pitching, which is why I created some scripts for myself, because I was a little uneasy about it too, of, reaching out, pitching myself, literally asking people to buy one of my services. It seemed a little uneasy for me until I created these scripts. Yeah, Herbert, create some scripts. It's so helpful. Okay, so you create these scripts. That way, through 30 minutes a day, you can go on ahead and send these messages out to book some clients. Even if you have a product, you could even do it product style. I have this new product. Would you want me to send you a sample? Have you ever heard of this company that I sell products for before? I've just never tested it for products because I only have services. But then what you do is once you have these scripts laid out, okay, these pre-made scripts, Then what you do is you use the 10x rule. Most of you have probably heard of the 10x rule before, but literally just think that every single time you sit down to pitch yourself to land some clients, you're going to send out 10 messages. So on direct message today, I'm going to show you proof that I actually practiced this. So today it started right here, okay? And I sent more than 10, but from here all the way up, these are people I pitched myself to on social media today. And again, what I said earlier, here's like what I sent to Kingsley. I just said, Kingsley, first of all, I love your name. I was looking at your profile and you are killing it. It takes a lot of courage to show up and share how you're using your, bleh. It takes a lot of courage to show up and share, and I love how you're using your journey to inspire other women. So I made it personable at the beginning, which is very key because people love attention. And so if you're giving it to a complete stranger, they're gonna love you for it. So that's definitely important, is make sure the top part is personable, and in your script, even though you're copying and pasting, that you're adding in that person's name or their username on Instagram or Facebook. And then you make your pitch. And so I said, I would love to learn more about who you are and what you do sometime. Would you be interested in doing a free exploratory coaching call sometime next week? And I went into a little bit more about what that mindset coaching program would look like. And you guys, I sent close to 14 messages today. One person declined because you're going to get so many more no's or just no responses more than you'll get yeses. But this woman, her name's Kingsley, she asked some more questions about doing mindset coaching with me. And so when you do the 10x rule, typically think that out of those 10, you're going to get one yes. And that's why you send the 10, because 9 people are going to tell you no, and hopefully you're going to get that one yes, that one new client, that one new person to book a service or buy a product from you. Herbert wants to know, can you share us the written script? I missed it so fast. Yes and no, Herbert. I can give you kind of exactly what I do for my script, but because I have a life coaching business, my script is different than how your script is going to be. So I could really quickly give you some bullet points for creating your own script. Let me actually write some tips out really quick since you're interested. The first one would be, personalize. Personalize, then it would be them. Then it would be question. Then it would be pitch. Now, one thing I am going to mention while we're having this conversation is, I don't know if any of you have heard of the company Mary Kay. It's a makeup company. I don't really wear their makeup. It's not my favorite. But one thing about all Mary Kay women is they know how to pitch. Like literally, I have received, mainly because I'm a young woman, I've received so many messages from people in the Mary Kay cosmetic industry pitching their products to me of why I should do a makeover with them or why I should buy their products. And some of those messages are what gave me the idea of creating scripts for myself, because they are so good at nearly convincing you of why you should go on ahead and buy their makeup and no one else's, because they know how to lay out a script to where it convinces you to take action. And that's what I started to do for my business. And now literally some of the coaching clients I have right now, I have because I literally sent a DM and pitched my services to them. So I guess this is the best way I'm going to lay it out right now, Herbert. The first part would be to personalize. So, hey, insert name, whoever you're contacting. I love your business because. So really making it personable to them and who they are and what they're all about. The second part would be all about them. So say something like, 2 of the ladies I contacted, they're expecting babies. So I was like, congratulations on your pregnancy. I made it more about them, because at the beginning, that is all it should be, especially because on Instagram, if you're sending Instagram direct messages, you'll get a notification on your phone, okay? So it'll come up, and like right here, you'll get an Instagram notification, kind of like that. But that's a Facebook notification. and they'll see the first sentence or two of your direct message. And so that first sentence or two has to be all about them. And that's going to make them want to click on that Instagram message, because it's not, hey, Caitlin, would you like to spend $120 with me and buy my product or book my service? Because that's going to turn them away. But if the first sentence or two that they are seeing on their screen is all about how amazing they are and congratulations on this or that in your life, that's going to make them want to keep reading the message, because they're a human and they want affirmation. Does that make sense? So that's why you personalize the beginning and then you make it all about them. Then the third part of it is going to be a question. Okay, so for me, it was, I would love to hear more about who you are and what you're all about. That's actually a statement. So make a statement or a question, okay, to kind of then create a conversation. So for me, I just put, I want to know more about you, because since I'm pitching mainly to women, women love to talk. And so that's just the sentence that I use. But maybe for you, it could be, how did you get involved with real estate? Or how long have you been in this industry? Or how long have you and your wife been married? Anything like that, that could really start to spark a conversation. And then the last part of your script is the actual pitch. And so for me, I always say, you would make a great fit, because I'm only reaching out to people where I really think we would be good as coaching client. So I pitch to them, I think you would be a really great fit for my mindset coaching. Here's a little bit about it. Would you like to go on ahead and schedule your session for next week? And so then you pitch yourself, but after all those three other things have occurred. And this has made a really big difference for me when it comes to actually landing clients. And I thought it would be helpful to share with you guys, because I don't think it's something that a lot of people talk about. When I told one of my coaching clients that, you know, to get her on a coaching call, I used a pre-made script. She was blown away in the best way, because she runs a business herself. And so this week she's been practicing writing out her own scripts to land clients of her own. And she realizes how powerful it is. And I really feel like this is something all of you DropMock friends could really start to utilize to land some clients, get people to book your services or buy your products. So let me know. Leave some 777s in the comments if this live stream video was helpful for you, and if you're going to start using some pre-made scripts to help get some clients in your belt. That would be really awesome. If I see lots of 777s, I definitely know Herbert's gonna, you know, take a look. Let's see. Greg says, good stuff, Madyson. So simple. Thanks. I appreciate that, Greg. That's awesome. I want to make sure that you go on ahead and do it. So let me know if you're going to go on ahead, take some action, write some scripts, get some clients. I really hope this is helpful for every single one of you. Whenever I come on live, I always try to give you some real value or things that you can actually go on ahead and use. And this has been helpful for me. So I wanted to share it with all of you. All right, you guys, that's all I have for now. If you do have any other questions, comments, feedback about this live stream, leave it in the comments, or you can always send me a direct message, and I'll definitely go on ahead and get around to answering you. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.